Pisces, welcome to this reading. This is for Pisces Sun, Moon and Rising signs. You might find it resonates more though if Pisces is your moon or rising sign. We have, wow, power of presence. Yeah, this is the number 25, a power struggle. Unlock your potential and authenticity. I feel like this is about that color red. You know, this is about being present with that feeling. I feel there's a power struggle here, maybe between where your focus is in the 3D and the 5D, or your higher self and your 3D self. So if we're talking specifically about your connection here, which, you know, we are, maybe your soul is telling you one thing, is telling you, yes, this connection is mutual. There's a real strong connection here. It's worth pursuing. It's worth, you know, leaving the door open for this. This really means something. But your ego mind might be telling you, well, if it was mutual, your person would have done this or they would have said that. So you're kind of questioning what is real, what is the truth here. Okay, yeah, and let's have a look at your person's card. We have Spirit Guides, the number 30, looking for signs, philosophical discussion, supervision. Interestingly, it looks like your person is very much feeling their higher self right now, very connected. So this might be a new sort of state of awakening for them. We do have the yin and the yang here, so I don't think you're wrong in terms of feeling like there is a mutual connection here. If in the past you have felt that you've been very open to the divine and the spiritual side of things, it's almost like the roles have switched here. Perhaps, you know, for many, many reasons. A few could be so you're getting to see things from the other person's perspective. You know, your person maybe is finally understanding that there's more than what you can see and what you can touch, you know, that the spiritual realm, or however they think of it, you know, is a thing. Maybe for you, spirit's drawing your attention to what's going on in your 3D reality in case there's anything that needs adjusting or focusing on or balancing out. But wow, yeah, your person looks like they're open to or opening up to their inner voice, their higher self, feeling more connected than perhaps they have done previously. Okay, I feel as well with the spirit guides coming out, you know, they're finally hearing what their guides are trying to say, and their guides are working very closely with them on moving forward in this connection in a positive way. I kind of feel your guides are trying to connect with you, but maybe, you know, you're very busy in the 3D. There's a lot of action, a lot of activity, and, you know, we have all this fire here. So if you can, try to make, you know, time, even if it's just 5 minutes a day, to just do some deep breathing and to just, you know, allow yourself to feel calm. Even if you don't have a specific intention, I think that's a really good starting place. You look like you're ready for battle, and your person's just like completely zen right now. Maybe that's another thing that's kind of getting to you, that they seem to be very relaxed, very calm, not really doing anything, and you're out here doing everything. There's definitely like a warrior spirit around you, so you've certainly been through things here. You know, you're looking very strong. Your person's sort of looking very peaceful. I think they are getting some very necessary information at this time, though. Going through necessary awakenings or gaining necessary understanding. Okay, so let's have a look then at your person's thoughts and feelings right now for you and for this connection, or about this connection. Ooh, the Hierophant in the reverse. So this is Taurus energy, but this is sort of what I'm getting. This can be a card of tradition, spirituality, or religion, what's the word? Like an established religion, that sort of thing. But you see how everything's topsy-turvy. The Hierophant is on his head here, so your person is maybe questioning everything they've known or believed up to this point, any kind of rigid structures that have been holding them back from you, from this connection. They're really questioning these now, working through these. Yeah, look, Six of Cups in the reverse. Maybe this goes way back to their childhood, and they're asking themselves, well, the beliefs I've been carrying, are they mine? Were they my parents that were passed on to me? Do I actually align with these anymore? Have I changed? Yeah, Eight of Cups in reverse. So I'm seeing that they're going on this inner journey, but they will be coming back around. So if you feel that they have pulled back, they've gone quiet, it's almost like they're on the hermit's journey here, that they will come back in. Yeah, Six of Swords. Okay. So I think when they come back around, they come back in a more peaceful place. They've left behind turbulent thoughts, turbulent emotions. They're clearer. But yeah, they have to go on this journey first. I can't get away from this card. I feel that your attention is really being drawn to something in the 3D. Maybe it's something completely separate from this connection that you're having to try and figure out, to sort out. Maybe it's something that actually is making you feel quite angry at this time. This could be, it's almost like there will definitely be something here that you're working through or learning, something that's benefiting you, but also I feel it's almost like a tactic, spirits putting in place a diversion tactic so that your person is able to have this time to go through these awakenings. And it's not to say that you would otherwise have been pestering them, you know, but maybe something in the energy they can feel is different here. Maybe they just feel that they have more time or space or something like that. We have the Eight of Coins in the reverse. Yep. I'm getting that their old ways, old thoughts, maybe even an old job or a relationship, it's not working for them anymore because they're seeing something in a new way from a higher perspective. Yeah, the Ace of Swords in reverse. What seemed clear at one point no longer seems clear, no longer seems obvious. The thoughts, the beliefs they aligned with, the truth that they thought was theirs is just not anymore. Yeah, look, Eight of Swords. If they continued how they were, they would just feel tied up. They may have actually tried this for a long time to keep things balanced, you know, to maintain the status quo, and it was restrictive. The Eight of Swords is a card of believing we're trapped because we can't see a way out, but actually the truth is there is a way out. And I feel finally your person is realizing this. Look, and the Four of Wands, moving towards stability here. 1111 can be the twin flame card, finding a new community that's in alignment with them, moving towards a stable situation with you. So I do feel when this person comes back around and we have the Empress on the back, they're ready to take a leap of faith here, to walk a new path, and it just feels clearer. It's a cleaner process, it feels smoother, it feels more stable as well. Let me pull a card for you up here. What is going on for you? If you're in this energy, I completely relate right now. It's almost like you're trying to resolve something or deal with something, but you feel like you're banging your head against a brick wall. Let's have a look and see what's going on. Can you give me a card, please, for my viewers and their energy? Yeah, look at this. The Wheel of Fortune. See? Spirit is up to something here, whatever you're going through. So I just want to say, if you're dealing with something that's really making you very angry, or it's you know, frustrating, or whatever your situation, just know, try to take some comfort in knowing that actually this is going to work out for you. There is a reason to this. If you feel, again, you are banging your head against a brick wall here, you keep trying, and yet it's not working out for you, or you're not getting your wish here, there is some sort of divine plan, some divine reason. Let me pull another card to see if we can see what that might be. The Lovers in reverse. I mean, okay, so this, again, you see how this is connected to this connection here, but the Lovers in reverse is very much like the Devil card. So there's something this might be triggering within your shadow here. Something, it could be a wound, it could be a side of your personality that you find to be a bit uncomfortable, so you push this away. There is something here, it feels like a big blockage, and it's doing your head in, but there is a reason for it. And I feel, like I said, if it's a side of you that's got to be incorporated, if it's a wound that's got to be healed, whatever this is, it's going to be really integral, that this is balanced out, you know, for your connection here. It's going to be good for you, and it's important for the flow, so that you and your person can move forward harmoniously. I feel right now it's not all clear, but just know there is a higher purpose here. You're not being, you know, tormented sort of for nothing here. So keep pushing through, keep being strong, don't give up. Let's have a look at your person then. It's only fair we pull some cards for their energy. So let's see, they're all blissed out. meditating for 8 hours of the day or whatever they're doing here. Nice for them. Let's see. Yeah, look, see how they've retreated, they've pulled back. This time is all about them. They're going within for sure. The Empress again. So let me go through the signs. We have Taurus, Libra, Taurus, Gemini, Sagittarius. Yeah, Three of Swords in reverse. So they are doing some healing. I think your person has some regret. Some regret about past pain that they have caused you. Also pain that they have caused themselves. And this all came from not being in alignment. And to begin with, they didn't realize that they were. Then it dawned on them, okay, I'm not speaking my truth. I'm speaking the truth of people around me. But they continued to live in that existence anyway, because they didn't think there was another way. Now they're saying, okay, I see my truth and I believe there's another way. Let me connect with my higher self and with my guides until I figure this out. And maybe if your person it doesn't look like or sound like I'm going to connect with my guides or my higher self, they might just be saying, I'm going to spend time by myself, I'm going to think through things, I'm going to go for a walk in the park, or do some writing, however it works for them. Right. Okay, so let's have a look then at where this is going to head. Let me clear these cards away. Okay, so Spirit, can you show us where can my viewer expect this connection, this situation to go at this time, please? In the extended, I'm going to look at this energy over here. So the extended today is going to be more about you, advice, guidance, messages of support, encouragement, trying to see what's going on here. So if you want to know more about really your situation here, then that's going to be in the extended. If there's anything else I feel we need to look at in the extended, I'll let you know. But I think today it's going to be more about sort of your growth. Okay, so let's see, what action is your person going to take? Where is this connection going to go? Oh my God, seriously? I'm just going to end this reading here. I mean, I won't, but I feel like it. The Hierophant is up right now. So your person is going to successfully come out of this super zen, meditative, reflective energy here and find themselves, find out what they believe in, what their values are. So it's like they're having to destabilize everything, pull back, pull within, to then realize who they are, get into alignment, and then come forward. I mean, that's incredible. Wow, okay. Page of Swords in the reverse. So I think they are watching you. They're keeping an eye on you while they're going through this process. It seems like they're not. They seem to be very... It's almost like you might feel like they've gone, they've disappeared. Maybe you can't feel their energy, or maybe you're seeing or hearing nothing from them in the 3D, but they are here, they're present, they're keeping an eye on you. Eight of Pentacles. I'm seeing they come out of this period of self-reflection with an idea, a specific idea in their head, and they get down to business. Let me see, what's this idea, please? Page of Swords. Oh, they want to make something up to you. Queen of Swords in reverse. Remember that Three of Swords reverse? If they have upset you, if they have, I have to say, if they sort of pissed you off, they're working on a plan to get back together with you, or to make amends, or to approach you, or something like that. It's so interesting. This is a very grounded energy, and that's what I was feeling earlier, that in some way your roles, your energetic roles have flipped. There's something in the 3D for you, and your person's very much aware of the 5D right now, whereas ordinarily they might be very much, focused on work, career, home, that sort of thing. But they're taking a time out for that. But where this is going is, they sort of get focused again on the 3D, but they've got a plan. Okay, let's see. Ace of Wands in reverse. Yes, you see how they have this idea. It's like they're thinking that either they need to learn something more, they need to do more research, but they definitely want to be prepared before they take this action here. This feels very much like maybe Virgo energy, wanting to have a plan, getting all the details together. Yeah, look, King of Swords. See how clear they are now. Crystal clear. Also, if this person was not your equal in terms of communication before, maybe there was some immaturity or some fear, or they just didn't want to communicate, you know, or they weren't able, they are now. We've got the King of Swords, we've got the Queen of Swords, actually facing one another here. Yep, Six of Swords in reverse. You see, they go away, they come back. Judgment in the reverse, and we have the Seven of Coins. The only thing I see, the only potential blockage is your person is an overthinker. Yes, it's good to be prepared and to plan, but I think they get to a place where they are prepared, they have planned, but then they still doubt that they haven't planned enough. I think you know this. I think this is something possibly that can be frustrating for you. Yeah. So they have their truth, but they're kind of convinced it's not yet the right time. It's not yet the right time. I'll keep working. I'll keep planning. I think that's led to missed opportunities in the past. Okay, anything else you can tell us, please? Is this person going to get stuck in a cycle of overthinking? We have the Empress in the reverse. Oh, good. The Knight of Wands. No, it doesn't look like it. That was worrying for a moment. They probably are going to take longer than you would like, longer than really they even need to, but then suddenly their passion gets the better of them and they come rushing in here. Let's see, is there anything you can do in this situation to help speed this up? If you want to. Three of Cups. Okay. If you want to, if it seems appropriate, you could reach out to them. You could suggest meeting up, something casual, go for a drink or have a coffee. I mean, that is a drink, obviously. Have dinner. I don't know, whatever you do. If that's something you feel good about, if it makes sense in your situation, that, you could maybe, when you feel it's right, take the initiative to reach out to them. I think they'd be very happy to hear from you, but only, if that feels good to you, if it makes sense in your particular situation. Yeah, there's something here, especially if you've had like a history together, past memories, fond memories. You could message them and be like, oh, hey, do you remember this thing we did? To bring up these nice memories that remind them that they feel safe with you, that even if they don't feel 100% prepared, it's okay. You're not sort of you're not going to like cut their head off or anything. That, yeah, it's safe, it's friendly, that there's reciprocity here. So that's if you want to. Otherwise, I see them taking action. It just might take a little bit longer. Okay. So let's get you some messages here, and then we'll move on to the pendulum at the end. If you'd like to leave a question in the comments that I can enter into the draw on Friday for the one question, one card, where I answer your question. If your name comes out, please do. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have, I accept I cannot save everyone. I choose to help those who are open to assistance. So maybe for some of you, one of the things you're really struggling with here is trying to help someone, this person, or maybe someone else. I almost feel it's someone else for a lot of you, someone in your family perhaps. Maybe you're trying to help them grow, or help them to take a particular opportunity, or help them to move away from any, some kind of toxicity, but you just feel like you're not getting anywhere. There might be some kind of lesson in here for you, and Spirit's asking you to perhaps sort of, it could be to stop resisting. It could be to allow this person to have their own experience and to let them know that you're there when they're ready. It could be something to do, if we're going really deep, with a wound around, especially in childhood, if you were made to feel valued only when you were providing a service or help for someone else, when you were making someone else feel good, or when you were fixing a problem. It could be that that's working in the background here, and it's almost like, well, if I can't save this person, if I can't help this person, you feel like it's kind of reflecting back on you, whether that's a conscious realization or subconscious. Again, these are just ideas I'm throwing out. You will know your personal situation best, but there seems to be something here about, recognizing what you can change, accepting what you can't, all of that. Let's get one more. Or, you know, maybe it's just not the right time as well with that Wheel of Fortune coming out. It could be your words. You feel like your words are falling on deaf ears, but little do you know, in 6 months, they're just going to click for this other person. Okay, I acknowledge and express my goodness. I acknowledge and express my emotions with ease and grace. Okay, that's so odd. I was seeing the words, trying to read them, but different words wanted to come out of my mouth. I wanted to say the word anger, so I think there's anger here for some of you, but it could be about trying to transmute that angry energy, even rage, into something that comes out, you know, gracefully. And maybe some of you feel that's what you have been doing and you're tired of that. You know, you're tired of having to almost water down your feelings before you can express them. Okay. So let's get you a couple of messages from this deck. Okay, you're still making progress even on your worst days. Yeah, and look, that's a dragon. You know, dragons are fierce and ferocious and strong, and I feel that's the energy you've been in, not necessarily because you even want to be in it anymore, but it's been necessary. But also, I feel there's something, you know, transformative about dragons as well. So just know, I really want you to remember that if this feels like a very unfair situation you're in, you're really... you know, at your wit's end. People laugh at me when I say that because apparently it makes me sound very old, but but you know that it really, you know, you are at your wit's end. What else can you do? Just know there is a reason. You haven't been forgotten by spirit, by your higher self, and you are making progress. I know it feels like you're not. I really feel that energy here, and I completely sympathize with you, but just keep going. Okay, there's no need to be so hard on yourself. You're managing as best as you can. Yeah, I really feel that. And actually, that was making me feel very emotional. So I do feel that's a message that some of you really need to hear. So I'll hold this up, maybe even, you know, screenshot this, save it to your phone, whatever you need to do. Just remember. Okay, so I have cleared away the tarot cards, so let's use the pendulum. So if you have your question ready, we'll do this 3 times. We'll begin. So if you need to pause now or in between each swing of the pendulum, please do. Okay, so Spirit, can you please give us for the first question, so for my collective here, is it a yes, no, or a maybe? Okay, so I'm getting a no for this. So you might want to rephrase or completely change question. So let's go again. So question number 2, is it a yes, no, or a maybe? Okay, I'm getting a yes. Okay, and for your last question here, yes, no, or maybe, please, Spirit. Excuse my throat. I'm getting a maybe leaning towards a yes. And for some reason during that swing, I was thinking of a cheesecake. So maybe you're asking, should I eat cheesecake? I would doubt that, but you never